My name is Marbeth Shaw and I currently work in children's residential.
Hello, my name's Louisa. I'm 20 years old and I've just finished my second year at Queen's University on the social work degree.
I got into social work after I had been made redundant from my previous job. I had worked for the airline industry and it wasn't my plan to ever leave the job. Any job that I looked for seemed to be in social care. It was then I thought, well, do you know, if I'm going to get into social care, I might as well do a qualification on it. And when I started looking into it, then that's when I chose the social work degree. We came along to the open days and we happened upon the presentation for the social work degree. I actually thought that sounds really interesting. I went, after having worked in aviation for 27 years, I couldn't even imagine going back to studying. I didn't have the qualifications that I needed initially for the degree, so I chose to do an access course in Coleraine. They accepted me 5 weeks after the initial course had started. It was a bit of a journey throughout the degree. I actually enjoyed my year online for university. It worked well with my home life, so it was quite good. And then the subsequent 2 years were in class.
I came straight from A-levels, and after GCSEs I didn't have much of an idea what I wanted to do, so my A-levels were just based on subjects I was interested in, which were history, business, media and health and social. So looking back, the subjects I chose for A-levels have actually been transferable into my degree. I have a particular interest in progression, as I think that a lot of the people who are in the criminal justice system have grown up in care-based backgrounds, and I think they should have a second chance to be able to reintegrate into society. The most challenging part of my degree so far, I think, was transferring from A-levels to university and the different workload. I didn't expect it to be as difficult, but after my first year it was just kind of finding what university was actually looking for.
It's not a connection that people would automatically make between working in an airline in the aviation industry and moving into social work. But there's actually quite a few transferable skills that apply to me, certainly. One of them would be the safety aspect and management of risk. And in the airline industry, you do that all the time, and you actually are doing that in social work. Relationship building is, it's the basic element of social work, and you're doing that every day, whether it's with customers and on board the aircraft or whether it's with your service users in social work. It's the basic skills that are the same. So I think that's something to bear in mind, that regardless of what your background is, there are so many transferable skills from your previous experience to social work that sometimes people don't really realise that they have.
Don't let your age be a barrier. Regardless if you're coming straight from A-levels or if you're going into being a mature student with years of experience behind you, everyone has transferable skills that will benefit you in a social work career. Everyone has life experience and past experience that you might not think be beneficial, but it definitely will be. So I'd advise anyone who's interested in social work definitely to do it.
You don't have to know what area of social work it is that you want to go into. If you have a real passion for supporting people and helping people, you don't even have to have worked beforehand. You could just have family experience of supporting family members who have had difficult circumstances. You may have had a career beforehand, like myself, and it may not seem obvious what your skills are that do transfer into social work. If you have experience of building relationships with people and supporting people, and you have a drive to empower people to live their lives as they wish to live, I would say just go for it. My advice would be to learn a wee bit more about it is to go along to the university open days or one of the insight events that they offer. Speak to a social worker, and if you don't know any, ring up any area of social work that you can find and ask to chat to one of them. Believe me, they are all very ready and available to speak to you about the social work course and answer any questions you may have and offer any support at all that they can give. So just go for it.